Sophia the cover here, and today I'm going to be telling you a story time, but I know it's a little bit different because I usually do covers of like songs and stuff, but and I know this is only my second video, so you'll figure that out towards when I start getting better at making videos. But anyway, so it all started when uh, at the beginning of 6th grade, and I always went to school with my friend's dad, and he would always take me there, and he would bring me home. But I would always be tardy to class because my friend's dad didn't leave till like 8 o'clock, and it took like 20 minutes to get to school. And my school started at 8:15, so I never ever had time to get to my class because my class was the farthest away homeroom than like that anybody else's class was. I had to go through the high school, and then I go down to the middle school and stuff. But anyway, after that, so I decided to start taking the bus probably like in mid-October, and school started in August. So one day I was walking home from the bus. I believe it was like October. No, it was like November 2nd, I believe. So just actually a few days. No, well, like a few days ago, but a few years ago as well. But I know I look really young, but that's because I'm awesome and I always look really young. So anyway, I had to walk down this like really weird alleyway to get home, cause like that was the only way home. So I would always like walk down this alleyway, but there would be nobody around because there's no houses here. There's just like a dumpster, like something you would see in a horror movie. It's really creepy. And I don't even know why I was stupid enough to do this, but I was. So I would always walk down the alleyway on my way home. And one day I saw some really creepy people like walking around the alleyway. So I was looking for other ways to get home. But the bus would here, I'll just draw this for you guys. So okay, let's just figure it. Okay, let's just draw this and then show you guys. Okay, so the bus would come here, and then the alleyway would be here, and the bus would turn here. And worst drawing ever, I know, but so this is, okay, it's over here, okay. This is the bus, and it would always go down right here. So I would have to walk over here and up into this alleyway, which I would then turn to get to my house. So then I would have to turn basically off of this alleyway like that, and then I'd have to get to my house, which is over here. And then I'd have to get to my house. So that was really creepy. But this alleyway had like dumpsters and brick walls and stuff. So like the bus couldn't see me, and I was the only person that got off at my stop. So I would walk alone every single day just to get home. So one day, as I said, I saw some creepy people in the alleyway just like spray painting on the walls and stuff. But anyway, so I tried to sneak past them because there was no other way to get home, and I really needed to get home to like call somebody because at that age I wasn't allowed to bring my phone to school. So I couldn't call anyone or anything. I was looking for a house to find, maybe somebody I could use their phone or something, but I was just really freaked out. But anyway, so I saw them and I tried to sneak around them, and I did. But then when I turned onto my street, I saw a car parked in front of my house, and it was like a van, like a black van, totally blacked out windows. Like the back of the van didn't even have windows. It was just the front window, like you're required to have, and it was blacked out, so like you couldn't see anything. And that really scared me. But anyway, so I didn't want to go into my house because I thought somebody was there because there was nobody in the van. So like I'm hiding behind a tree to see if anybody comes out. I was hiding behind a tree for like 30 minutes. But, yeah. And, oh, this is a wire. Let's just put that back later. Okay, anyway. So I was hiding behind a tree, and then this was like 2 days after Halloween, and me and my family still had our pumpkins on our front porch. And at that age, I was like, oh my god, like, I love my pumpkins. Like, I don't want to give these things up. I don't care if it's not Halloween anymore. But, so I saw them, and, like, I went to a pumpkin patch, and we had, like, gigantic pumpkins that were really big that I can't fit on the screen, but they were really big pumpkins, and so, like, and we didn't carve a few of them because we didn't have time to carve a few of them because it was humongous. They're like, that, that, I can't even fit it on the screen, whatever, anyway. And I saw them grabbing my pumpkins, even the ones that were carved, and, they were, like, sticking them in their car. And I was like, okay, well, this is a little weird, but at least you're not stealing anything that, like, costed a lot of money or anything. But then they like tried to pick the lock to my door, but I don't know what happened. I think they heard my dogs or something. And they like ran away with all of my pumpkins. And that really scared me because like well, I thought they tried to pick the lock on my door. I don't know. But then that really scared me, and like they saw me because I was like moving away from the tree because that tree was really thin, and then I realized like I can't hide behind this. And they saw me and they're like, "Oh, we're just taking the pumpkins." And I just stared at him like, okay, okay. And then, and they left one pumpkin, and I was really confused why they left one pumpkin. And then, so after they left my house, I went inside and I called my mom, and she's like, oh, yeah, those people are from the motherboard, for our neighborhood. They were just asking if they could take some of our pumpkins for their chickens. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I've been out here for an hour, watching them thinking they were stealing our pumpkins, and you didn't even tell me about this? And she's like, oh, well, I thought they were going to come when you weren't home. And I was like, you still could have told me. And she's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. And I'm like, sorry's not going to cut it. And she's like, fine, here's like $5. And I'm like, and as my little sixth grade self, I was like, okay, yeah, I want $5. And I let it go, but that really scared me, like really bad, because they were like just telling us they were stealing our pumpkins, and it turned out they weren't trying to pick the lock on my door. They were ringing the doorbell to see if anybody was home before they just started grabbing stuff, but nobody was home. So, anyway, that was my story time. I hope you guys like it. Bye!